Hello and welcome to Faithful to the Apprentice, where we are here to discuss The Apprentice 2026, week 10. And it's the week before the big interviews.
Yay! My second favourite thing about the show, the interviews. Although equally favourite with the telesales. Anyway,
everyone loves it.
Sorry to interrupt.
And to steal a phrase from a contestant, it's win or walk week.
Yes. No. Not win and walk.
Win or walk.
Not win or walk.
Well, it is. Carry on.
No. Win and walkies. He got there before Lord Sugar could get there. Lord Sugar was fuming. So then he just pulled out of his arse a Shih Tzu joke and he was like, nah, Lord Sugar. And it's not the first time Kieran's done this, taken a joke away.
A joke?
Yeah, he did it once before and then Lord Sugar said the same joke again. Kieran said it, no one reacted. Lord Sugar said it, everyone was like, ha ha ha. And Karen did her, did we notice the way Karen it's almost like a pity laugh, Lord Sugar. She goes, nah.
She does it a lot.
Nah. She just kind of like,
it's a laugh / agree noise.
Yeah.
It's a noise that she does a lot to Alan Sugar.
Karen's very upset tonight's episode because sadly
her love has gone.
She lost her secret love, her secret crush.
Now that Kieran's been fired, it won't be inappropriate for her to approach him.
Very true. It won't damage her reputation nor the game.
She'll phone up and say, "Can you show me around this empty house, please?"
And what empty house?
He's an estate agent. She's going to get him alone in an empty house.
I'm sorry, I'm being an idiot. I'm distracted because Charlie's decided that today's the day he's going to be energised.
What, Charlie the cat?
It's because Charlie, our producer,
well,
he's
you know what you need?
He needs a cat tree. He needs a cat tree that he can't climb with a mouse that spins round and round. And that cat tree had everything, didn't it? That was like just throw anything in the wall and hope it sticks.
It reminded me.
It had a banana, it had a tree, it had an apple. Yeah.
An inflatable banana, a mouse, grass. It had everything. I mean,
what do cats eat? Cheese.
Yeah, they like cheese. Kieran's design of a cat tree tower reminded me of the episode of The Simpsons when Homer designs a car.
Yes.
It looked like the version of that. Inside Kieran's brain, there's the tree.
Literally, if you needed a visual representation of Kieran's brain, that cat tree is it. And I really hope that forever that's somewhere in the prop department at the BBC and they'll keep that forever. And then whenever the Apprentice ends and they do a kind of like a farewell to the Apprentice, because they have to, it's such a landmark, like it's just a show.
It'll be there in the background full of dust somewhere.
That tree will be there still, that with the logo of the man doing that and
that logo.
A bottle of water North and do you remember the task when they had to make a company for hand tissues and the guy called it a tissue? And Lord Sugar bought the name and trademarked it.
No.
Yeah, it was years and years and years ago. And the guy who did there was the PM, came up with the name A Tissue, which is really clever. You know, a tissue. And Lord Sugar trademarked it.
So Chic Le Shit. Chic Le Shit's a good name.
Chic Le Shetin. I can't even say it.
I love how Pasha twisted and twisted and twisted her spelling of chic through the whole episode. It's a version of French.
French person, that's not how you spell it in French.
An alternate way to spell it.
It's a misalliteration. It's on purpose. It's more posh.
It's the chic version of chic.
Yeah. Pasha really tried that one.
Funny. Lots of it on this episode was hilarious.
It was a good episode. It was a brilliant episode before the interviews, it had to be said. Like there was some real laugh out loud moments. I cried. I laughed. Maggie laughed. He's such a little trooper.
Kieran kept extending his girth and length.
He did. He started off at 4 foot, then went to 6 foot. He had to be calmed down a little bit. He had to be walked down a little bit by Karen and by Rothner. The size doesn't necessarily matter. And Kieran's like, yes, it does. I want it to be 1.5 meters long. By the way, everyone, if you want to get in touch with us, you can find our link tree, linktr.ee/faithful2. On there, you can find ways you can comment underneath our video on YouTube, Spotify, or any of your favorite podcast apps. And of course,
if you... I miss you. I'm running late, but I'll be home
Carry on.
I'm sorry, I'm being distracted. Where's that noise coming from?
Thought you were a bit upset.
Where's my owner? He's here somewhere.
Oh. Hey baby, I miss you. I'm running late, but I'll be home soon. Love you so much. See you soon. Bye.
I can hear their voice, but I can't see them. And what else can you do? You could go to buymeacoffee.com/faithful, and on there you can give us a £5 one-off monthly donation. My name's Alex, by the way.
My name is Ben. So teams. There's a double firing. We were warned right at the beginning.
Yes.
There's only 3 people on Kieran's team who were all dreading this moment because Kieran, if he loses, he was either going to win or walk everyone. So he was
Walkies.
out no matter what.
Why are you missing the pun?
Win or walk is what Kieran's coined. He's made a
Win or
tattoo of it.
walkies.
He's made a poster of it. He's done it. Win or walk.
Walkies.
So we already knew that if Kieran was going to lose, he was gone, and that then meant another one on his team. So
And they were a small team to start with.
Two out of the three were going to go.
But it wasn't going to be Dan, because Dan
the man.
If his head got any bigger, he wouldn't be able to fit through those doors when he went into the meeting room.
But he had every right to have a big
Well,
head because
he did,
he went
to be
in there on his
fair.
own to design the logo, design the branding, and he said, "Yeah, I've done a really good job."
Can we? Well, would you argue though that if you were left to do something on your own with no one else going
More coherent
in your ear, constantly talking over you, interrupting you,
Like
you know,
Priyesh.
like you, you know, constantly going into your ear, you are going to get a job done very quickly, very concisely, and you're going to get it done well. Not taking away what Dan did, I actually quite like his
Sounds
logo.
like you are.
Would
Carry
you
on.
stop? I
No.
feel like Dan right now.
Good.
I'm not taking this away from Dan because I did like his logo and I did like his
Baby, I
tagline.
miss you. I'm running late, but I'll be home soon. Love you so much. See you soon. Bye.
What's happening? I feel like
I don't
something's
know.
triggered inside of me.
Every time you talk, that goes off.
Goodness me. It's like there's a loud noise. But yeah, no, Dan, I think Dan was lucky that he ended up getting to do the branding and so he was able to just do things on his own. But then Rofner did want to kind of reel Kieran in.
You can't tame him.
You cannot tame Kieran. Kieran was like, basically Rofner said, like, you know, you have a habit of kind of like being distracted. You lack attention.
To detail.
Maybe you need someone to look after you and keep an eye on you. And also it didn't help. Let's be honest, the confidence level between Dan and Rofner in the car before they kind of met with Kieran to do the task. Dan just basically said, well, whenever Kieran's on the PM, then it's going to
On a
be a losing
losing team,
team.
yeah.
And so Dan kind of conceded that he was going to lose. And so he knew that this was the fight for his life now.
Well, he did all the work on this one. He did the marketing. He did
didn't
the sales.
design the tree though, did he?
Exactly.
The best part of the whole task.
Oh, well, what Kieran should have done with this
There was
tree...
a banana and an apple. I cannot emphasize this point enough.
I know. And why was it a blow-up one, like a swimming pool toy banana? It's
It
like,
wasn't.
well,
It was. It was a fabric
was.
one.
No, it wasn't. It was a blow-up one, like a blow-up banana.
Also, their style choice was it looked like a cartoon. Did you not notice? Like the kind of like the black thick outlines of the banana and the shadows. But the
And the
rest of
top
it
of the
looked
tree.
just like a normal tree. Like the
Blend
leaves on
in.
top of the tree looked like
Blends into your
hut.
flat, like a houseplant or a tree.
Not if you've got
Combine them.
I mean, the research team, when they went to show them the tree, it wasn't half just a collection of everyone flexing where they live in London, wasn't it? It was like, well, I've got a studio flat and I can't fit that in my studio flat. It's like, all right,
And
well
it's
done,
like,
you
there
live
is
in
more
London.
there.
What do
There's
you
more
want?
than London in the world.
You pay a high rent. What do you want? A medal?
What he should have done to fix this is had those arms that came out to be on a metal thing and you could move them to position where you want so the cat could actually get up the thing. If you just had that and made it a bit smaller, he could have had some sales there.
I disagree. I think the tree is perfect.
Do you?
In every way.
Okay.
It's iconic. It's chic, spelt with a Q-U.
Okay,
It's
well,
beautiful.
What about the other team then? So Karishma was PM after a hard-fought battle with Pasha to be PM. I like dogs. Well, I like dogs too.
Well, I talk
I've
to dogs.
worked at Pets at Home.
So do I talk to dogs. Well, I've had a horse, a guinea pig, a rabbit, a snake, many reptiles. Karishma's like, yes, but I've got an idea for a dog bed. Well, we want Karishma to do it.
I think it was only fair because Pasha was PM last week, so it was only fair to vote her to be PM. And
Karishma's been a PM more than once, though.
I know, not two in a row.
I would argue that maybe Lawrence and Priyesh should have maybe stepped forward for the job. And
Especially Priyesh.
I know that every time Tim and Karen go, well, they have no experience of being with animals. Rofner didn't step forward, and she openly admitted she had a fear of pets. But I don't think Priyesh and Lawrence have that. And also Lawrence played with goats a couple of weeks ago.
Priyesh has a dog, by the way. I just seen on Instagram.
Then need I say more? So Priyesh were clearly...
And he looks like a puppy.
Priyesh and Lawrence... He does. Priyesh and Lawrence were clearly hiding in the wings, knowing full well that they could just
Well,
slide
when you got
their
those
way
two,
into the
Pasha and
final.
Charisma, there, you just let them, because they're bosses. So just let them do
They're
the
girl
work.
bosses.
They are.
Women bosses, I should say.
Just bosses. I feel like we don't need to. What was that a joke? Wasn't that a joke on something recently?
I have no
I think
idea.
it was SNL. Who knows? Anyway, Karishma came up with the idea of creating a dog bed where you could speak to it.
Voice notes.
Voice notes.
Voice notes for a dog.
Do you want to hear one of the voice notes? We haven't heard it yet.
I haven't not heard one yet.
Hey baby, I miss you. I'm running late, but I'll be home soon. Love you so much. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Now, I think this is unfair that their customer research were all like, well, if you did this, it would upset the dog more than... It's like, no, it wouldn't. Because we used to look after dogs. And when we weren't in the house, we had this thing where you could talk to them.
It was a camera, wasn't it?
It was a camera. It was like a Ring doorbell, early stages. This new futuristic technology that Krishna invented.
We've got no evidence that this tech doesn't work. However, we are researching it right now. I'd love to see
it's so futuristic.
I'd love to see the research lab that Karishma has got in her shed in her back bottom of the garden. It's like just a dog with like some goggles on and a lab coat.
10 dogs in a cage.
And every now and Karishma goes, "Hey baby," she records the results. I love you. Bye bye.
But I think it was so unfair because it does actually work. Because when we were on dog walks and there was a dog at home, we could talk to it and it would stop and sit and do all sorts of stuff, thinking we were still home. So this technology is good.
I do want to backtrack a little bit. There was a couple of dogs that when you would talk to it, they would start to howl.
No, because then you say, "Don't. Hey, baby."
No, and then they
just chill.
She just ignored it. They're just like, "Oh, shush, shush, shush," and they'd be like that.
No,
then they'd start howling again.
Also,
"Hey, baby, how you doing?"
They only had 6 people for their customer research, and Pasha and Karishma were 2 more, and they would have liked it. So 20%.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't think Pasha and Karishma are the strongest leads for research.
I do. I think it was unfair.
I liked that Pasha didn't use it against Karishma, the fact that Karishma got the PM role. Like, she immediately just went over her head. She was like, "Fine, I'm on board," because she realised that this is the final week before the interviews. There's no point trying to cause an unnecessary conflict.
Yeah, just let Kieran dig his own grave.
Yeah, she just went for it. And she was a good team player. Where on the other team, Rothner and Dan, I think, kind of conceded that they decided that Kieran wasn't going to be it. And so they didn't let Kieran hang himself. They did help, but at the same time, they were both like looking for ways where they could use in the boardroom later.
I mean, luckily for Dan, he helped himself.
Yeah, but with the logo. But again, I want to argue the toss that if you're left on your own to do something, you will get on with it.
Only if you're good at it.
Yeah, but one of the main problems is that when they're trying to do like marketing or branding, there's too many voices. There's too many people talking all at once. Dan was able to go, right, I want this, and this. And Karen was right. It was impressive. You saw Dan that we'd never seen before. Even Dan openly admits that he was very quiet till this point. But
he was in easy street. And the sales at the end, 2,068 sales. 2,000 of those sales were from Dan as well. And they tried to have a go at him.
I agree with that.
By being like, well, you could have got more. It's like, well, the other team, 2 of them got 68 between them. I got 2,000. So
58, in fact. It was, not even 68. You're adding 10 just really inflates the numbers.
So I think it was a foregone conclusion, unfortunately, that I think Kieran, it was his time. He was just having a lovely time. He was having laughs, jokes, going through it. I think he knew this was my end, but I think it's unfortunate for Rothner that she got fired.
Yeah,
she was good, and I feel like she didn't quite get to show, even though it's the end of the series, she didn't quite get to show. She had more to show, I think.
No, I agree. I agree with you. But again, it boiled down to those bloody business plans, and I hate the fact that Lord Sugar's given the business plans before, because I don't think that's fair. Because he on more than one occasion, and I've said this before on the podcast, on more than one occasion, he's made his decision solely based on that business plan. I'm telling you that right now. He's looked at it and he's thought, nah, that's not for me. And he's fired someone for that purpose alone.
I mean, and
Kieran, we'll find out what Kieran's business plan was, but we didn't really find out what Dan's business plan was. All we knew was he said he could sell it to governments. It almost sounds like Dr. Evil, doesn't it? Dan's like, all he needed was a white cat on his lap.
Yeah.
And they had the bloody cat tree, giving the white cat in. He could start stroking it. And he'd like go, I could sell it to governments and you'll make millions of pounds. And Lord Sugar was like, yeah. And Lord Sugar was like, oh, okay, yeah, fine. And Rothner was like, oh, I've got this. And she just laid it all on the table. She's like, I've got this cake, bespoke. People take slices. They can choose what kind of thing they want, the icing, blah, blah, blah. And Lord Sugar was like, yeah, now you're fired. And it was like, it felt almost personal that time. The same way it felt quite personal that Lord Sugar kind of attacked Priyesh for saying, I don't know how you bloody made it this far.
Well, he had a point.
But yeah. So now you're in doing the interviews.
I mean, I can't really, looking back on the whole series, I can't really think of much that Priyesh has done apart from be good
Entertaining
TV.
us,
He's
yeah.
entertained me constantly
He's
when
kept
he's
me
on,
happy.
on screen. There's something about his face. He's one of those faces where he just looks like he's a comedy character.
He's a cartoon. His face is a cartoon. He can almost stretch it at any proportion, and you're entertained by it.
And
in
he's
5
just
minutes.
there in the boardroom laughing, having fun, the same as Kieran. A lot of this isn't as serious as before. I think that's one of the biggest changes of Series 20. Is like it seems a bit more friendly, and like when the contestants are literally bullshitting the whole time about what they've done, they're kind of doing it with a smirk, and so are Karen and Tim and Alan. Like, do you know what I mean? Like they know, like, oh yeah, we're really just trying to over exaggerate what we've done here, and there's like a little nod now. They're not trying to be serious business people as much. I think it's a bit more loose, and it's quite nice and fun to watch.
Yeah.
It makes it funnier.
I got the impression, and again, I think I've said this a couple of weeks back, I get the impression that the group that's left, especially now when it's like the last 5, I feel like they're quite close, and they've been quite friendly with one another. I feel like they really got on. This is a year where everyone's actually kind of got on, because even when they're kind of doing the fight for survival, they've never been a personal attack.
No.
It's very much been, well, let's be honest, in business, this was a problem. But it's never been, there's been times before where you've seen in the boardroom, there's been a very personal attack sometimes.
Or if it
I mean,
has
like in the house, you've been a right dickhead, and you've been really disrupting everyone. And and then Lord Sugar's kind of pulled up and said, well, if you're a disruptor in the house, then you must be a disruptor in business. And I don't like that.
Yeah, and there's not been like you're not a good team player and stuff like that. But I think as well, even if it does get heated in the boardroom, when they go out, they kind of know. They're like, what we say in the boardroom is just to try and carry on. But when we're out of it, we're all okay.
They don't take it back to the house.
Karishma was very upset when Rofna didn't come home.
Well, there was a lovely story. She said that in the first week when they were in Hong Kong, and they were doing the first night at the hotel before the task, they were all sat round a table and there wasn't room for her. So she went off and sat on her own, and Rofna was like, what are you doing sitting on your own? Come on over. So Rofna took her in, sister-like, and helped her out. So Karishma was, clearly there was a immediate bond between them. So yeah, she was clearly upset. I think Kieran, the reason why he was laughing so much in the boardroom is because he saw the writing was on the wall. Let's be honest, he saw the writing was on the wall. He knew what was about to happen.
He made a cat tree.
And he was, he was having fun, wasn't he? Let's be honest.
He looked like, during that boardroom, he looked like he was playing Last One Laughing. Because you could tell he was trying to not burst into laughter the entire time, and he can't hide anything on his face.
No.
So you know exactly what's going on. Right, so
can I also say that he also seemed like he conceded, and again, please let us know, contestants of The Apprentice, if we're wrong, but it felt like he'd given up at the point of the social media, when he was filming the social media, because he was just sat there, and Rofna was desperately trying to get the cat to jump on the tree, and it was like he was watching his empire crumble in front of him, like that tree. He realized
built that tree
he
from
built
a
that
seed.
tree, yes, and he realized that was his biggest mistake, and you almost saw it. You just saw at that moment
he should have listened to Rofna. She said a bit smaller. Doesn't matter how
but
big
it's a shame, because
Kieran.
he should have fought a bit harder, because at the end of the day he knew he was on the smaller team, so he knew that 2 of them were going, so it was a bit unfair for Rofna and Dan in a way. But I kind of got where Kieran was coming from.
We would have lost.
He was given a task
Priyesh.
he knew he couldn't do, and he wasn't confident in the task. No one in his group really liked animals. Dan didn't like animals. He didn't like animals, and it was just, it felt like it was kind of like a losing streak from the moment it started. So poor Kieran.
Well,
but,
after this short break, we're going to find out what the business plans were. Okay, so you ready to find out what the business plans were for the 2 fired contestants?
Yep, so I can tear them apart.
What's your name and where do you come from?
Kieran.
He looks different in that promo picture. Right. Local London boy and man of his word, Kieran, prides himself on always getting the deal done. Eager to get Lord Sugar's investment in his own estate agency, Kieran can certainly talk the talk, but can he walk the walk?
That's interesting. So Kieran was going for a tried and tested estate agent. He just wanted to start an estate agency.
What's your business plan?
Well, I've just said his estate agency.
For the past 10 years? Well, it's not actually. You're wrong.
Okay, go on.
You haven't even read it, have you?
You just let it out. He said he wants to get Lord Sugar's investment for his own estate agency.
Listen, that's
it's literally written in
yeah,
black and white.
But what's written there is wrong. For the past 10 years, I've been matching people with their dream homes and negotiating like a pro. I know the property game inside
like an estate
and
agent,
out.
some might say.
The wins, the pressure, and the graft it takes to succeed. But now it's time to stop building someone else's business and start building My own.
What's an estate agency?
His own, not a already made one like you just said.
His own estate agency. I
With
said
Lord
tried and tested, as in an estate agent. Having an estate agency
I thought
is something.
You said a tried and tested business.
It is a tried and tested
It's
business.
a new business.
It's not though,
been
is
tried
it?
or tested.
An estate agent is not new. There's
Yeah,
plenty
but the
of estate
business
agents.
is new.
His is new.
Yes.
But as a business, estate agency is not new. So what I'm saying is that Kieran basically went forward to Lord Sugar and said, here's something that we know can work with my unique charisma,
Charm.
uniqueness and talent.
Flirtation.
And flirtation to the ladies. Am I right, Karen? Wink. I could build a one from scratch. I could build a tree from an acorn. I could grow a cat tree.
Mighty Oak.
Yes, and so he's, so that's what I'm saying. So it's a business as old as time, but as old as when property was being sold
Reliable.
from one lord to the next.
We haven't mentioned as well his flirting that he never stops doing. The second he saw that influencer, whatever her name was, Tara
Oh yeah,
McDermott.
suddenly woke up, didn't he?
Hello,
Hello.
love.
All right, love. Do you like
Smile.
cats?
Smile, blink, blink.
I bet you've got a cute pussy. Yeah, as soon as he saw her, Kieran was happy again.
With Lord Sugar's investment, I can put a decade of experience, hustle, and personality into a venture that has my name written all over it and prove that I'm worth every penny.
Yeah, okay, fine. Estate agency, we know they're okay.
Kieran
He could have done
McCartney's
something-
estate agency.
He could have done something a bit unique. I mean, like Purple Bricks is like unique because it's online only. Could he not think of something that's slightly unique?
Leave him alone. Tried and tested.
Maybe he's only going to like sell like, I don't know.
Studio apartments with a tree.
Yeah, studio apartments. Each house will have a cat tree and a media wall.
What's your name and where do you come from?
Rothner.
Hey, Rothner.
Student wellbeing advisor, apparently. Keen to bring people together, Rothner mixes well-being with the cake industry in her business plan to design a space where shared experience meets exceptional cakes.
So it's cake with therapy.
What I'm getting from this, I'll read out what the business plan is, but what I'm getting from this is that it's basically Lush, but cakes.
What, Lush, the soap shop?
Yes.
For lack of a better.
My business plan is to expand a part-time business, Rothner's Bakery, into a threefold physical space. It combines bespoke occasional cakes, interactive baking workshops, and a personalised cake bar station. Whether you're after a cake for a special occasion, want to replace pottery painting with bento decorating, or simply want to craft your own cake flavours, my business is where it's at. Need a self-care day? This is your new favourite escape.
Cake and therapy, as I said. It's kind of like a wedding, like when hen parties do like something before they go drinking. It's like that, isn't it? So you can go and
trial.
decorate some cakes. But I must say, it'll be very expensive.
Pickle onion cakes.
Oh, no. Stop that.
That's popular at the moment.
No, pickled Pepsi is popular.
Yeah.
I was telling you all about it. When
You
you
put
add
it in the
pickle
cake.
juice with Pepsi. Yeah, but it doesn't...
Like Kathy Mitchell puts her Pepsi in a cake.
You can make cake. No jokes. You can make, if you get a cake mixture, like a Betty Crocker dry cake mixture. Remember a few years ago, people discovered that all you have to do is add some Coca-Cola to it and you can bake a cake.
Exactly, so pickled onion as well.
But I did
Pickle
like
juice.
the idea, although it's quite expensive, of her making like bespoke cakes so you could have the different colour icing. But it would be expensive and there'd be a lot of waste. I think that's the problem with that idea. But apart from that, cakes all day long. I love cake. There's a cake shop just open near us, isn't there? They do egg-free vegan cakes.
Eggless cakes. Yes.
Eggless cakes. That's their niche.
You'll see them next year on The Apprentice.
I hope so, and I'd be saying you're hired.
So we're down to the final 5 then for the interviews. We've got Priyesh, Pasha, Dan, Lawrence, Karishma. We don't know any of their business plans. The only thing we have a hint at is Dan's multi-million contracts with governments.
Many governments.
So it's
Isn't that right?
an evil layer somewhere where he's dishing out laser beams and things.
Well, he's organising right now a giant rock in the middle of the ocean to have be forged into his face. And then what you do is he opens his mouth and the boat goes through and then it takes you into his underground lair. So it's just the way he said it as well. He's like, well, we can get many governments. Like
I think it's something to do with property.
no, I think it's tech.
Oh, do you? Or
I think
AI?
it'll be tech. Oh, God, I hope it's not AI. Dan, come on. But no, it'll be some kind of tech thing. Like you can use it to, I don't know, spy on other countries. I don't know, something like that.
Well, fine. I'm looking forward to Priyesh because it already looked like he couldn't form a sentence when he was asked a question in the trailer, and it looked like he was about to like burst into tears. And it's like, well, what's happening here?
Leave
So-
Priyesh alone, please.
I love Priya. She's my favourite.
The only two clips they showed was Priyesh being
Interrogated.
Wait, he was asked in the clip. This could be spoilery, so if you don't want to hear, maybe you want to skip ahead now. But Priyesh was asked, "Do you keep your accounts?" And he said, "No, I don't keep any accounts." And then the guy replied, "Well, then this is a hobby, not a business." And Priyesh was like, "What?"
Gulp. Yeah, lots of gulping.
And
next week.
Lawrence was the other one they showed, and Lawrence was on the attack immediately. I've never seen Lawrence on the attack. He was like he was
Oh yeah,
like,
because he was with that woman, the blonde woman, who's really like, yeah, she was like, "Don't talk to me like that." He's like, "I'm not talking to you like
yeah,
that."
he's like, "How dare you, you bitch!" Let's smack her around the face.
Take her pearl necklace.
And her earrings, one by one. I'm taking these for my investment.
Exciting. So only 2 of them are going to go through next week. So we're going to have to see. I mean, Karishma feels like a finalist to me.
Yeah, same.
So
I think it's Krishna and Dan.
Yeah. Or I mean, Lawrence could be a little. He's gone. He's had a good way. I mean, Pasha as well. Actually, all of them apart from Priyesh is what I'm saying.
You could be surprised. Priyesh might have this exceedingly good business plan, and we're all
true.
just. It's going to come down now. It's literally going to boil down to the business plan, and the fact that Lord Sugar had already brought up Dan's business plan and kept it quiet. I mean, arguably, you could say the edit kept it quiet, but like there wasn't anything leaked about it, while Rothner's was leaked. I just feel like that's a huge clue that Dan's getting to the final. And that Lord Sugar clearly likes it.
So what, Dan versus Karishma, do you think?
Yeah, but I'm wondering what Karishma's business plan is.
Because she said on the trailer, she said that couldn't have gone anywhere. Although they always say that, don't they?
But I think Karishma's quite... Of all the 5 that are left, I think Karishma's is going to be the most... For, again, lack of a better term, is going to be the most arty. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be like a design a plate or paint a plate shop
or
something
most
like
most
that.
innovative or maybe most risky.
No,
maybe.
I don't. No.
Do you not
I don't
think?
think it'll be innovative. I don't think it'll be risky.
Futuristic technology.
That's true. She
You
does
don't
have
know?
futuristic. She just put a speaker in a cushion and said it was futuristic. But I think Dan also has the kind of like computer geek to him, so it's definitely tech. Dan's thing is definitely tech orientated, and we know that Lord Sugar made his money from Amstrad. And he now makes his money mainly from digital advertising boards. I'm sure he makes money from other things, but he makes a lot of money from digital advertising boards. So Lord Sugar knows that tech does well when produced well.
And Dan was clever because he said, the one thing I've not had in business is a mentor. And that pulled on Alan Sugar's heartstrings a bit.
Yeah, I would have thought Lord Sugar would be sick tired about that by now. Because Lord Sugar also kind of says in previous series that like he's not there to hold their hand. He's only there to kind of guide them and give them the money. The rest is up to them.
Yeah, but
Normally
Series
when they-
20 is different. Series
The
20
anniversary
twist.
series. Yeah, the twist. Lord Sugar's going to be there 24/7. You're never going to get rid of him. Dan's going to rule the day that he said he wanted a mentor. Because one morning he'll wake up and Lord Sugar will be like, "Morning, Dan!" And he'll be there with a cup of tea and a croissant. But yeah, no, I like. Look, I'm genuinely curious to know what Dan's plan is.
Well-
And after the little tease, he tickled my chin today
Yeah.
with a tease, and now I
Next
need
week-
to know more.
Next week we'll be diving into all of their business plans thoroughly.
Yes.
So
And no doubt you'll tell me I'm wrong with everything I say.
who knows? Say something right and I won't.
That's true.
I'm like Dan. So if people want to get in touch with us about who they think is going to be in the final, who their winner is, then now's the time.
Yes.
2 weeks before the final. Let us
Who's
know.
in the final? What do you think their business plans are? Don't cheat.
Don't look up the BBC
Yeah.
Apprentice candidate sheet that I have
Don't
on
cheat.
the media centre.
In fact, the funnier the business plan ideas you throw out at us, the more likely we'll read them out next week and tell you what we think they are. So yeah, let us know and give us the
Hey,
coordinates.
baby, I miss you. I'm running late, but I'll be home soon. Love you so much.
Give us the
See you
coordinate.
soon. Bye.
Bye. Give us the coordinates of Dan's secret island. So you can do all that by going to our link tree, linktr.ee/faithful2, and on there it's got all the links to our ways you can watch or listen to us. If you are watching us, don't forget you can comment underneath the video on Spotify and YouTube. And if you want to help us monetarily, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/faithful, and on there you can give us £5 one-off or monthly donation, which helps with the show.
Lovely. So we'll see you next week for the big interviews. Goodbye.